So I was just seeing here in the news that there's a Ilitch divorce case going on. This was filed back in August. Chris Ilitch filed for divorce back August 29th in Oakland County Court. Chris Ilitch, of course, of the Ilitch family, the owners of the Tigers, owner of the Red Wings, Little Caesars Pizza, Olympia Entertainment, Comerica Park, maybe, I think is one of those. They own kind of everything and anything, you know, billions and billions of dollars worth of. Motor City Casinos, another one. They own all kinds of things, and then Chris is one of the, I think there's 6 children total. He's one of the kids, 59 years old, runs, basically CEO, runs the Tigers and the Red Wings empires here, and yeah, they're getting divorced. So he filed for divorce back in August. They both have their own attorneys. Obviously, there's going to be a prenup going on. There has to be a prenup in place, I'm sure, plus other restrictions, family trusts, whatever documents controlling these different companies, and there was withholdings here, and they're controlling the holdings and the companies and whatever it is that they have. But you know, they have a minor child, so there is still a custody, parenting time, child support part of it to be worked out. There's really no way to put those sorts of things in a prenup. So there are some things to work out. Their statement in the news was that they've worked it all out, of course, with loving and kindness and commitment and whatever. I mean, the bottom line is that they don't want to live together anymore, and they're leaving each other. So I'm not sure how loving and kind that is, but you know, it sounds like they're saying it's settled and they've worked it all out, which is good. The case is still pending. It shows there's a trial date in April, but you know, if it was filed in August, there's a 6-month waiting period when there's a divorce with minor children. So that would be, the 6 months really isn't even up until now, until February. So I guess not unusual that it's still pending, still going on, but it's interesting looking around, trying to find out more information here of what exactly is involved. You know, there's in 2018, there's a $3.8 billion total revenue for Ilitch Enterprises, all of these things sort of, you know, combined into one. So it's interesting to think about what that means. What's the Chris Ilitch part of that? What exactly does that look like for income when there's these other siblings, and there's still his mother's still alive and has a part of these companies and these holdings and things, but there's, you know, significant income here. I don't know what exactly would his income look like. Let's say it's $20 million a year. So if you have $20 million a year coming in, what is your child support and alimony obligations? Well, the alimony or spousal support part of it probably controlled by a prenuptial agreement that was made and done before they got married. But you know, child support on $20 million a year is easily $100,000 a month. I mean, that's a good guess, depending on their lifestyle and expenses and exactly what they have going on. But $20 million a year could be $100,000 a month in child support. If there's going to be spousal support, probably another $150,000 a month-ish, so $250 a month total. You know, a couple million, $2-3 million a year being paid to ex-wife at that point. And again, they probably have a deal kind of all worked out here with a prenup, but you can't really do prenups for child support and custody and parenting time type of arrangements. And you know, it's filed Oakland County. Judge Langton, of course, married to Charlie Langton, who's a Fox 2 reporter, is an attorney. So a lot of interesting people in this case. The wife's attorney is, you know, somebody that's 80-something years old, so it's kind of an interesting choice as well. So there's some interesting things going on with what people are involved in this world. If you do divorces, family law like I do, you read the Free Press article, you know all these people that are quoted in it, and you kind of know a sense of who we're talking about and what they're dealing with. But again, they're claiming it's all been settled. There's a family trust, of course, in place with things like the Detroit Tigers ownership, the Red Wings ownership, the Ilitch holdings for all of the rest of it. So it wouldn't be that this divorce like causes them to have to sell things or divide things up. I'm sure that's not the case. I'm sure there's a well planned out idea of what kind of a buyout looks like for ex-wife now that she's not going to be part of this family anymore, and they're kind of going their separate ways. But I thought that was interesting, newsworthy, of a sense of you know, some of the richest people certainly in this part of the country going through a divorce.